touchdown pass. Mitch Trubisky has the other.
Hello. Let me get to. Hi, everybody. Welcome in to Corey's Live. This is going to be talking about the Green Bay game. Green Bay 49ers game.
But I'll tell you that Mike Jackson's been tight on coverage
Wilson, ZACK
a couple of times, and you can argue there could have been some pass interference.
We'll put in the link. You can join me on here.
Close to 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Sims in motion, handoff to Warren up the middle, down, and he gets to about the 3-yard line. Jalen Warren has made things happen. The partnership he had with that for sure. One ball now, and you talk about some of the developments.
There we go. Let's get somebody in here. We can talk about football because I enjoyed the game yesterday. I watched Trey Lance throw that bomb. And everything's going good. David, are you still here? I almost wasn't going to do the show tonight. I wasn't feeling good. But had a little rest. I'm here. If you'd like to join, please join. Nobody's watching yet. Hope I get somebody come in. Probably a lot of people doing their shows right now. Watching Seattle lose to Pittsburgh right now in a piece of the game on NFL Network. Hi, Corey. I am going to be late to the party, but I will be here. Okay. Anybody else want to come on and talk about the game? We can talk about the 49ers in the Green Bay, or you can tell me how you feel. Let me see if anybody who's doing a live. Okay, Nine Sickness is live. I see Nurcam, David Labardi. Okay, let me see. Come on, come back up here.
Football. There we go. The defense is exploding. They got another takeaway, and that is Samuel Womack III taking it away from Romeo Dobbs. It looks like the way the 49ers are reacting, and they've been told something on is wanted him, and they wanted George Odom, and they wanted Ray McLeod. Ninth play of the drive for George Love and the Packers.
Okay. I don't see anybody else live, but who knows? Hello. Who's that? Just coming in. I see one viewer. Let me know who you are. There's a link up here. You come join me. Want to talk about the game yesterday? So if you'd like to join me, type a message. Let me know who you are. But the link is right there in the chat. This is the link right here. If you'd like to come on with me, we'll talk about the game, how you feel about the 49ers Green Bay game. The link is there in the chat. If you'd like to come on. And tell me how you feel about the game. Or you can type it there and I'll just look at it and read it. I enjoyed the game. 49ers won that game. They beat the Green Bay Packers. I know it's just preseason, but enjoy a win when there's a win. Enjoy that pass from Trey Lance to Danny Gray. I enjoyed that second touchdown from Nate Suffield to I can't think of his name. McLeod. Ray McLeod. And then Purdy, he looked good. Hello, Brian Cup, how you doing? If you like to come on in here, I know you like the special teams. If you like to come on in here, the link is in the chat. You can come on in, and we can talk about special teams. How you feel about the special teams? I know you're a special team because you said you was a kicker. I saw you on John Jay show. Yep. What's up, Corey Davis and David Menu? What's up, Brian Cup? Like I said, if you want to come in and talk about the game yesterday, you can. The link is right here. Yes, I enjoyed. Oh, Brian Cup is coming in.
Hey, Corey, how are you today?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good talking to you.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be in today. I almost canceled it because I wasn't feeling so good this morning. I ate breakfast and it wasn't feeling so good. But I'm here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. And so how do you feel? How do you feel about the game last night?
I loved it. I was even wanted to be mean to Green Bay and get that last touchdown and go up. That I wanted to get that touchdown. I wanted them to score. So send it out. You know that's the right thing to do. Clock.
I was at the game last year, the opener. Me, my wife, and my daughters, we got to go to Levi's, and we almost pulled it out, but we just give Aaron Rodgers too much time on the clock, and that we almost did it. But yeah, this was definitely a better game. Did you get the feeling that it kind of was like almost like a real game? They had like the intensity at first. Green Bay was coming out, and they really wanted to play against us.
Yep. I was like, oh man, number 33 got burned for that touchdown. Like, oh no, here we go. But then
Yeah, yeah, they went for it on 4th down and they got it, and I was like, oh, they did. They came to play, and then after that, we were able to go up a little bit further. 3 turnovers to 1, that's pretty good. But I think that one
Yep.
Ray Cloud turnover, I'd like to see different angles of that. I don't know if that was a fumble or not.
Yeah, me too. I was wondering if I couldn't tell if his knee was down or did anything touch
Yeah,
before the ball came out. And I was
yeah.
like, But if it is, he needs to work on that because he said that's one of his problems is fumbling the ball.
But that's really interesting. The 2 new guys that we got, Danny Gray and we got Ray McLeod, they both went deep with both guys and they come up with scores. So that's
Yeah.
very promising. Very promising.
And I was like, oh, touchdown, real fast. Nate Suffield come around, throw a touchdown pass. And they was interviewing Fred Warner at the time.
Yeah, Nate did really good that first drive, and then after that, he kind of fizzled out. He wasn't able to really do much after that, and I don't know if that's just play calling or if that's just him physically. But when Purdy came in the game, I was a little bit more inspired because he was able to move around in the pocket a little bit more. I'm really impressed with Purdy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about Sermon? How do you think he did?
Did okay. He didn't like, wow.
He'll make the team, but I don't think he's going to be running back 2 or 3. I think he might be running back 4. He's going to have to really, really have good next 2 games before I think there's going to be a movement on the depth chart.
Yeah.
And I think honestly we might keep 5 running backs and maybe stash somebody away on special teams. We might keep 6. I don't know, but I think we might keep 5 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks, and we're going to go thin at every other position. I think because they're going to try to. Last year, our big issue is running back. Everybody kept getting hurt, and this year we got a couple really good guys. And if we let any one of them go, TDP, Mason, they're going to Seattle. Seattle jumps on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting here too, looking at Pittsburgh, Seattle right now on TV.
So I like Jimmy, but I'm time. I believe it's time to move on. Time for us to go with Trey Lance. Jimmy hasn't been able to stay healthy, but when do we let him go? What are your thoughts on it? You think they're going to just cut him, or do you think we actually get a trade, or you think he's on the?
Well, we might get a trade with the Cleveland Browns, but now I thought we might get a trade with Jet, but I'm hearing that Zach Wilson only
like 4 weeks out or something, huh?
Like a month out. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna risk trade for Jimmy G if they just missing their quarterback for a month. Now, if he was gone for a year, I think they would have made that trade.
Yeah. I think the Niners are holding out for Cleveland to see if Cleveland's going to budge on it. I think no one's going to trade for him. I think the Niners are going to have to cut him. I think once they cut him, Seattle might pick him up. But at this point, I don't see him going really anywhere. I think the Niners are playing chicken with him, and because they're holding him till the last day, I think that's kind of holding him back from getting potential with contract with other teams or getting familiar with their offense and stuff. So I think they're both doing detrimental, damage to each other by playing chicken. But I don't know. And hey Corey, thanks for having me on. Before I jump off, I wanted to say, yeah, special teams is my passion. I think they did really good last night. I don't know if someone might have said Mitch Wisnowski has a cracked leg. I don't think that's true. I'm gonna have to look for that, but I think he did pretty good. 54-yard punt, and then Robbie Gold, he looked pretty good. Robbie Gold always looks solid, but he's getting to older and older, and I think his passion is moving back to Chicago. His family lives in Chicago, and Robbie Gold has expressed that he lives in a hotel like 8 months out of the year, and he's not happy with that. But I think this is our window, and if we can push for a ring, I think at the end of the year we might end up having to get a new kicker because Robbie might call it in. But once again, hey, thanks for having me on, and I'll stay in the background and keep talking to you. But just stay healthy, stay faithful, and I'll keep seeing you around. And next time I get a chance to call in, I'll talk to you more about special teams.
All right.
Thanks, Corey. You have a great day.
Thank you for coming on.
All right.
And that was Brian Cup. Thank you for coming on. Anybody else out there? I don't know. David said he's gonna be in later. Right now, it's on commercial. Maybe I'll do that too. David, come on in. Okay, I see you got 2 viewers. Who's the second viewer? If you like, come in. Like I said, is in my chat. Come on in. Hey, Ram. Let me see. Let me bring it up big so I can see it. Preps, my guy, Corey Davis. Okay, getting food for tonight. Rams game. Oh, you getting ready for your Rams game, huh? Yeah. That's tonight. Let's see if when it come on. If it's gonna be on our TV here in the Bay Area. How you doing, family? Did you watch our game yesterday? I watched it. Enjoyed it. You know, did you see Trey Lance throw that bomb to Danny Gray? Did you see him run a slide? I was so happy that when he ran, he slid. And I hope he keep on doing that. Don't take on the linebackers like he did before. Don't be going head first. Oh, somebody's coming in. Hello.
What up, Corey? It's Joe J.
Hey, John.
I'm
How you
doing good.
doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I almost didn't get on to do the show tonight. Woke up, want to have my breakfast, and had to hit the bathroom. My stomach wasn't feeling it. So I almost didn't come on. I almost said, had to probably put on right, had to cancel. But I'm a little better now.
That's good to hear.
So how you already did it yesterday. How you feel about the game again?
So after I rewatched, the majority of the highlights, the one thing that I will say is, Trey does have to work on not over throwing the ball or throwing the ball in the outside, more inside when it comes to the boundary lines. And he's going to get better. It was just only 12 plays. I saw all of them. It was 12 plays exactly. But that arm, what he can do down the field.
Appreciate
it. Oh, Kurt. Hold on. Sorry, DeAndre.
Okay.
Hello, Kurt.
Hey.
Hey.
See anybody you know?
I didn't go all the way down.
Oh, okay.
I just walked across the street.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a live show right now.
Okay, all right. Later.
All right, peace. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So Ramley said Trey looked good yesterday. Under control deep balls. Just need to work in his mid throws. ball placements and throwing it to his left.
Yep.
Yep.
Brian,
what's up, John J?
Yep.
Let's see what I skipped over. Hit the like, subscribe for my guy Corey Davis. Help his channel grow.
Yep.
YouTube ignores him. Thank you, family, Rudy.
Ah, look at this, Brian. That's too kind.
John J is the GOAT.
I'm a goat. No, I'm not no goat. Corey's the goat. I'm not. I'm not famous like Corey.
No, John J is the GOAT.
I'll get there.
John James.
I'll get there. Oh man, yeah. It was a fun game. Basically, like I skimmed through the third quarter. Didn't really watch most of that, so I had to rewatch the third quarter. And I missed an interception from a linebacker. I forgot his name. So yeah, so we got a lot of good talent, a lot of deep talent at the linebacker position. So I'm really Demetrius Flanagan Foles. You know he's good as well. Just have so much talent at the linebackers, so I'm not worried about that. But our secondary, I rewatched the first touchdown the Packers did, and Moore was beaten. Come on, like I know he's coming off an Achilles, but he was beaten.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't be doing that. That's why Talanoa Funga is above him on the depth chart on the other side of Jimmy Ward. So that's the good thing, that we have the talent and the depth.
Yep.
So I'm glad. Yep.
Yeah, I was first like, oh man, Moore got burned. And then I said, you know what? I want to see Trey throw a ball just like that. And then he threw it. And I said, all right.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that he's sliding. Hope he keep that up. Don't be challenged.
That was good. Yeah, because last year he was basically like falling head first. And that's, a scary thing. The good thing when you slide is once you give yourself up, if you get hit, it's an automatic first down. So that's the good thing about sliding. But also you give up that extra yard, because once you slide, is basically they take away a yard from where you're at. But,
yeah, that's true. But I was like, I don't want no Zach Wilson. No hurt. Don't get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's just a stinger for Drake.
Yep.
He's just have a stinger, so he might just be out for a week. We might get him back for the first week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zach Wilson has had injury concerns during his career. Yeah.
And I don't like to see people get injuries, but I was like, ooh, this is where we might get rid of Jimmy G. Jimmy G might be going to the Jets. But now I'm hearing that he only gonna be miss a month. So I don't think the Jets gonna make a trade for Jimmy G if the quarterback just gonna miss a month. Now if he misses a year, I think the Jets would went for a trade for Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What you think?
Well, Zach Wilson at the moment is going to miss probably the entire preseason. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. Now, as we get more information, because it is the weekend, I know he's going to get examined again on Monday before they determine how severe, because it says it's a bruised knee and a meniscus. And Jeff Wilson missed half the year with a meniscus tear. So I don't know how severe the meniscus, tear is, but it's probably looking like just like a bruised knee. But the way it was covered is that he was in serious pain. So that's the first thing. Now, I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to go to the Jets anymore because I think they do have Joe Flacco, but he's not the same Joe Flacco he was in Baltimore. They got Pat White, who last year had a 500-yard game. So they'll probably like around maybe week 3, week 4, they'll have Zach Wilson back. So they don't really need Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. So only hope now is Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns situation is becoming very confusing right now because I don't know what's going on. And Deshaun Watson was playing in the preseason, but those games don't count. So I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but I think if the court case takes longer and say like it takes like 3 months for them to figure it out, maybe Cleveland should just bring in Jimmy for this year and let Watson deal with his legal problems.
Yep. I gotta cover my Jeep. Just try to dry it out from the surprise rain. Storm will be coming in a few minutes. David, he said he's gonna be joining us in a few minutes. Yep. He's covering his Jeep. It's raining where he's at. So, what do you think about Womack?
Oh, he played well. He played a lot of time. I don't know how many snaps, but he was in for I think the entire first half. Did really well. Played some a little bit of the third quarter. So basically, what he's been doing in training camp has warranted with all the extra playing time. And again, you have to figure out the nickel corner. Now, I don't know how much time Diamador Lenore played because as I mentioned, I skimmed a lot of the games. But Diamador Lenore is a nickel corner. So if Womack is doing really well, is that going to drop Diamador Lenore deeper in the depth chart? And are we going to be forced to put Jason Verrett in the practice squad? Because again, we have a lot of corners. Because Emmanuel Mosley and Charvarius Ward, they did not play. Emmanuel Mosley is still the number 3 guy. He played pretty well. I rewatched some of his stuff. He had some errors that he needs to correct. And then if Womack, you'll have 4 corners, your depth. So we'll see what happens. And then Diamador Lenore will go down to number 5. We're going to be pushing a lot of the corners away because of the depth that we have. So Womack really made a case for himself at that nickel.
Yep. And I don't know, I can't think of his name. The number 24, he's back. First, he kind of looked like he was doing good. Then he started letting him catch the balls.
You said number 24?
Yeah.
Because I know Elijah Mitchell is 25. So number 24, what was it? Was he on the defense or the offense?
Defense. He's a defense back.
Okay, so he's a defensive player. All right.
I can't think of his name.
Kadar Holman. Yeah, I've never heard of him before. He's probably a camp body.
Yeah.
I never heard of him.
And let me see. Who else? What's the name for the linebacker from Green Bay? He was all over the place, making all them tackles.
Yeah, Burks. Yeah, Oren Burks.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if you remember, but on my channel I had these Green Bay Packers podcasters, and they told me he was a good special teams player, and he was like a person who would come in on like third down situations or special packages, and he was really good as a part-time starter, but he was mostly a special teams player.
Crazy Juice. Any updates on Drake Jackson?
Mm-hmm. Any updates on? Yeah, yeah. So basically, he has a stinger shoulder, which basically is like a severe like bruise, like scrape. So the best way to describe it is like he has like a big cut, like a big scrape that's like a bruise. So it's called a stinger. So it's not a bruise and it's not a cut. So it's not like a serious injury. It's just that it hurts like hell. It hurts like hell. So that's what it is.
What's up, I mean the dream?
I mean the dream.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. I mean the dream. Wasn't feeling good this morning, but got better.
Yeah. Yep. Just one thing about my coaching training, I had to know all these little small significant injuries, and players get hurt. Doesn't matter what age they get hurt because you're putting a lot of pressure on your body. And one sport which is very, very, even though it's not as physical as football, is baseball because I played it, and I remember the days, and when you would get hit by a baseball going like 70, 80 miles per hour, that is not fun. Getting hit in any part, it hurts so bad. Uh, when you're sliding, like sliding, because you're stealing the base or you have to slide because there's a close play. You get a lot of cuts and little bruises because people need to know how to slide because the first time people learn how to slide, they cut themselves because they don't know that clay, which is the material that which is the dirt, has a little like cutting principle, so that is a little scary. So and catchers, they got to be on their knees, in that catcher, defensive position, and they put strains on your knees. So yeah, I know a lot of injuries, and of course
Yeah,
football, basketball, even soccer injuries, like any type of field sport, like when you're out in the grass. That's the sports that I did.
yeah. I played baseball when I was a little kid. Played for a team, but I wasn't that
Mm.
good. I played outfield, so I wanted to catch that much of the balls. My little brother, he was good. He played every position.
Mhm. I love playing first base. I played every outfield position and first base. First base was very simple. You just had to make sure you caught the ball and put your foot uh, at the right spot to get the out. So there's certain ways to like. I teach my first basemen because I played a lot. Basically, you go on a diagonal position or you go on a defensive position. So diagonal position is the easiest because you're basically putting your glove in front of you diagonally from your legs, and you're already touching the corner of the base. So the batters don't like, the runners, they don't like push you off or knock you down. Or you could do the defensive position where you're basically on a like side, you catch and then you back plant your foot to get the out.
Yeah. If anybody else would like to join, come on in. You can come in, join us. The link is in the chat. Um. So let me see. Um. Now, what you think? What's his name? Now I gotta think of his name. He came in the fourth quarter, running the ball. He looked pretty good. What's his name? Came 41 was his
Yeah, so what's his name? Tyron Davis Price played a lot. He
Yeah.
got the majority of the carries, but that was later in the game. And Jermichael Hasty. And then Jordan Mason at the end of the
Jordan
game.
Mason, that's who it was.
So basically, Jordan Mason. Yeah.
David knows joining in. Hello, David.
What's going on?
Good. How was your day today?
It was okay. Had a surprise rainstorm. I didn't even get a chance to cover my Jeep. It got soaked. So
see,
hold on a second. I gotta pause the YouTube. There we go. Pause the YouTube. Now I'm good. Okay, but yeah, I had to grab all my like rubber mats out and dry out the carpets, and I mean, you know, I still gotta drive it during the wintertime with the doors and top on it, so I don't want it to be all stinky, that's for sure. But yeah, other than that, been kind of uneventful. I'm trying to find a streaming service to actually stream games because I don't get, you know, the local TV sucks that don't show all the Niner games. Okay. So I'm currently working on that, you know, trying to find something. Hey, Amen, how's it going, buddy? I noticed Brian Culp's in the chat too.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? What's going on, John Jay?
Just another day, living, enjoying life.
Oh, turn down my volume on that.
So, David, what you think about the game yesterday? Did you get to watch it?
I didn't get to watch it, but I got I watched a few highlight reels. I watched Womack make those 2 interceptions, and that one, he straight robbed the receiver. That was like, that got me a little bit excited for the guy. I mean, they better keep him on the roster, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if they up and cut him, we'll stash him on the practice squad. He'll definitely be a sea chicken. So,
I hope not. I hate the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Dude, right now, I mean, look at the talent on their team. You know, they got that safety that's good at, you know, stopping the run but can't cover. What's his name? I'm totally clowning. I'm, you know, but I mean, they got like defense wise. I can't even name a player they got. Do they still have Dunlop?
Who? For what team?
The Sea Chickens. Carlos Dunlap. He was a Bengal forever. Do they still have him? I mean, he's a pretty good lineman.
I don't think so.
I don't
know. I haven't heard of it in a while.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of anyone. I mean, they got Diggs at safety. You know, Diggs is pretty good.
I think they still got done that. I think they still do.
I mean, beyond the safeties and Dunlap, they got nothing. So, and then the offense, their offensive line's trash. Their quarterback's trash. They got 2 good wide receivers, but who's going to be throwing to them? You know, their best running back retired. What I'm saying is whoever we cut, they are going to be freaking jumping on people left and right.
Well, they will.
It's going to suck, but, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to keep Donovan West and Jason Poe. I don't think we're going to be able to keep both of them. I would like to, but, you know, I just don't think it's possible. And then they got Brindell and Brunskill, you know, fighting over the center spot. It's like, man, quit messing around. Brunskill's not a natural center. Brindell's never been a starter in the league. Let's get the young guys in there. Let's see what they can do. I mean, they're, you know, letting them sit a year. Yeah, that's okay. But I honestly think Donovan West was, you know, he had good competition. I think he could do pretty good right off the bat. I'm not saying great, You know, we'll still take rookie lumps here and there. That's just going to happen. But I mean, I think he's a better option than Brindell. I mean, Brindell's, like I said, he's been in the league a long time. He's never been a starter.
Mm-hmm.
So that says a lot, you know. Brunskill, he has his issues, but, you know, we all know he owns Aaron Donald. I hope Rudy's here and hears that. And
he was on here earlier.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I think Brunskill might be the best option at this point, but I would like to see, you know, I would love to see Donovan West get his chance. I mean, Jason Poe even. I mean, I'm hearing mixed reviews about him, but now a lot of those mixed reviews have gone away, and everyone's saying the dude's like moving a lot, like an unmovable force, and it's all because he's like 6 foot tall. You know, he's 6 foot tall. He's 300 plus pounds. I mean, that's a bowling ball. You know, so man, I'm gonna hate losing one of them, but it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Amin the Dream?
Yeah, Amin says, and now what's up, John J?
Yep.
Hope you are doing well.
Yep.
Oh, look, there's Crazy Juice too. What's up, Crazy Juice?
Crazy Juice.
But yeah, well, the thing is, Crazy Juice is a BYU fan, so I'm starting to wonder what state he lives in. You know, me being a Utes fan, we're on we're on both sides of the Holy War here. That's what it's called, BYU and Utah when they play. It's called the Holy War around here. It's the biggest rivalry in sports in Utah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, every like Cal and Stanford, they've been fighting for like 130 years. So it's the Bay Area rivalry, but the California rivalry is Cal versus USC. So basically, it's USC, Stanford, and Cal. I've always been the top dogs in California when it comes to college football.
all right, my timer's going off. I gotta go start my dinner. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. So, what running back you think we're gonna cut, John?
Oh man, this is really hard for me because I like all the running backs. I think Hasty, he's done. I think he's done. I've said it already, and I think Jeff Wilson Jr. Best case scenario for him, he makes the practice squad because Elijah Mitchell, I think Trey Sermon will be at the bottom of the depth chart. I think Jordan Mason and Davis Price are going to be. So I think it's going to be Mitchell. I think it's going to be Davis Price. I think it's going to be Mason, and Sermon will be on a very thin leash. That's how I think. So we're going to carry 4 running backs in Cal Juszczyk. So we'll have 5 backs for week 1.
Yeah, I think so too. I think is Wilson's kind of too old to be on. Is he too old to be on the practice squad? Or?
No.
Oh yeah, they did change the rules on that.
Yeah. So basically, it used to be that each team had 7 practice squad players, 7 practice squads, so they were able to keep 60 players, 53 active. So 7 of them are going to be on the practice squad because they don't want to lose them. But because of the practice squad rules, is that they have to clear waivers, then they have to wait 24 hours. During that 24 hours, teams can negotiate deals. If no team reaches out to them, they are in the practice squad, but they can still be like a free agent where the team can counter them, and that's how it goes. Now the IR rule, they changed it in 2020, but now I think they're keeping it permanently. It used to be when you were on the IR, you were on it for 2 weeks, and if you're still injured, they waived you. Now it's 6 weeks. So if a person is hurt, they have 6 weeks. On week 7, then they're a cut. That's the new IR rules.
Okay. Brian Cuff says is Mitchell Wilson, DPP Terman Mason, Hasty goes to the practice squad.
I don't think we're going to be keeping 5. I think we're keeping 4 because of how many offensive linemen we're going to have to keep on the 53.
The Niners always keep 9 offensive lines, so we're going to have 1 center only. So I'm thinking that they're going to keep what's his name? Brunskill has a guard and a center, so he'll be the alternate for that. Trent Williams is 2, Mike McGlinchey is 3, Aaron Banks is 4.
I'm honestly thinking they should they should cut Brendel. I mean, you know, he's been a backup his whole career. No one's going to want to pick him up. They're going to want to pick up a youngster like Jason Poe or Donovan West because they have upside. And you know, he's 28 and been in the league some time. So I honestly do think the 49ers would be better off cutting Brendel and stashing him on the practice squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Niners are going to keep Gutierrez, the international guy, because he doesn't go under the. So we're going to have 61 players because of the international rules. So.
That's right. He doesn't count towards a player on the practice squad or the 53 man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would like to see that guy work out. I mean, he is a monster. You know, he's tall. He's like what, 340? I mean, yeah, he is a monster.
Actually, he's 6'7" or 6'8", depending on if he's wearing shoes or not, and he's 375. He's huge. He is huge. Yep.
He like Wilson catching the ball. See.
Well, Wilson, I mean, when it comes to catching the ball, I don't. You know, Wilson. A couple of years ago, he actually did pretty good. You know, season before last, wasn't it 2020 when he went off and actually did pretty good. And then last season he had that knee injury and he never really got back on the field much. But I mean, he's only 26 years old, and I mean, I think if whoever we cut is going to be the Sea Chicken's best running back, I'll tell you that right now. But it just sucks that they're in rebuild mode and will be swooping everybody they can, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the Jets? I mean, you know, apparently he's not that injured. He's going to have arthroscopic knee surgery. He'll probably be back early enough in the season where they're not a player for Jimmy G. Dang it! And I was thinking, yeah, buddy, we're going to get a 5th rounder and a donut with a bite out of it. You know, I mean, but no, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now it's like, come on, league, make a decision about Deshaun Watson so we can get something for the guy. I mean, either way, he's gonna, if he gets cut, we all have an idea what's going to happen. And I'm not afraid of him. I'm honestly not. Let him go to the Sea Chickens. Their offensive line is trash. He's not going to have protection. He is gonna be making panic throws to our defensive backs all game. I'm not afraid of him. Oh, and you know, Fred Warner, of course, Fred Warner's probably going to get 2 picks that game if that happens. But I'm not afraid of him.
Yeah.
Brian Cup asks, how many wide receivers do you think we're going to keep?
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are going to cut a lot. So Debo has got his contract, so that's wide receiver 1. Brandon Ayuk is still under contract. Jawan Jennings, those are the 1, 2, 3. Danny Gray, after yesterday, he's making a roster spot, so that's 4. All right. Ray McLeod, we sign him, that's 5. So the question is going to be, how many are we going to get? So I think we're going to have 1 spot left. So Malik Turner and Willie Snead, you know, they're pretty good receivers, but I don't think we're going to keep them. Then you have Keyshawn Johnson, and we have Marcus Johnson, and someone named Austin Mack. And then we released Ty Martin, the wide receiver. So basically, Willie Snead, Malik Turner, one of them will be as a veteran with us. So I think we're going to keep 6 receivers.
Me too. I believe we're going to keep 6.
So
I've been saying Malik Turner up to this point, but I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, the number 6 receiver is up in the air right now, but we all know who the first 5 are. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle because what you got 5 guys for one position for one spot. Yeah.
Yep. So they waived Ty Martin this week, so now we're down to 10. Willie Snead, I want to keep him as a veteran because he's been successful everywhere. When he was with the Saints, he was a 3rd receiver. When he was with Baltimore, he was the number 2 receiver, but he was the 3rd target because Lamar threw the ball to their tight ends.
Yeah.
So.
Hold on. Lamar threw the ball? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally
like Hollywood Brown, who is now with the Cardinals.
Red Chickens. No, Red Chickens. Come on now.
Red Chickens. The Red Flies. Now TRL's going to come in here. Anyway, so he had 90 catches last year.
Yeah.
How
many?
I don't know. Go ahead, Corey.
How many tight ends are we gonna keep?
I think 3. And I don't know the extent of the injury to Warner, or Wooner, or however you want to pronounce his name. I don't know the extent of his injury, but he might start the season on the PUP list. And then we'll have Kittle, Dwelly, and Croft is what I'm thinking.
Croft, he started, and he was the one who caught that very unorthodox pass from Trey Lance. So, yeah, so Charlie Warner, like you said, he'll probably be at the IR, and Croft will be there until Charlie Warner gets back. But I think that eventually they'll move him back to the practice squad because a lot of these players, again, we have 90 players. Our first cuts are going to happen this week. Next week is the most important week because that is the game, because then we only have 3 games. So.
Oh, there it is. My mom's getting a text from a scammer. Don't tap a link. She's 70, so you know.
What?
What?
My mom's 70. So, and she just, so pretty much like there's a local bank that I'm not going to name, and and so many people are with the local bank, you know, it's a credit union, that they send text to everyone that's in that has the area codes that are local, and they try to get you to tap a link, and then they'll ask you for a lot of information that you don't want to give out, right? And the link looks very real. It looks like it could be from the bank, but it's not. See, if I was getting anything from my bank, they would send it to my email. I know that for a fact. So, but yeah.
Brian Coe says 2 or 3. Juice is sort of a tight end. How many defensive linemen you think we keep?
How many what? Offensive linemen?
Defensive linemen.
Oh, defensive linemen. All right. let's take away Bosa because he doesn't count because he knows he's on the roster. Let's see Kinlaw and then Eric Armstead. And then the question is going to be who's going to be on the other side. That's the biggest question. And Toure did really well in last night's game, which was good. Charles Omenihu played a lot also. So those two guys. Drake Jackson's hurt. I'm still going to say just for week one, Ebukam. So that's 4.
And then we got someone got a Facebook notification. And then it wasn't me. At least I don't think. No, it wasn't me. But
excuse me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead. I think Ebukam does start on that other side, but that's going to be a battle between him and Toure. But then the 5th guy is Toure. Then you got Omenihu. Who else? Givens. What the heck is that guy's name that starts with an H? He's injured right now. The guy we signed to be as a depth interior lineman.
Oh yeah, Hassan Ridgeway.
Yeah, there you go, Hassan Ridgeway. And then the rest is going to be a battle. That's about the only Givens in my opinion. But then we have 3 more spots. You got Drake Jackson, of course, he's going to be on there. So I'm up to 9. And then I don't know, man. I mean, we're going to keep at least 4 interior linemen. I honestly think we'll keep 4 interior linemen and keep 7 edges, but that's just my opinion.
Last year we had 12.
So that'd be 11 is what I'm saying. I'm thinking we're keeping 11.
Yeah, I think so. 11. Linebackers.
Oh, that's easy. Fred Warner, Aziz, Greenlaw, Flanagan Foles, and Oren Burks. Because we're only gonna keep 5. We're gonna keep 5.
And let me see. Defensive backs.
All right, so Jimmy Ward, Talanoa Funga, George Odom, and Tarvarius Moore. So we're going to keep only 4 safeties. But Ofunga and Ward. Corners is going to be the confusing part. So Travarius Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, and Ambry Thomas. Ambry Thomas will switch on certain nickel coverages, but he's going to be a boundary and coverage corner. What's his name? Womack stepped up well, so I'm going to put him number 4. Diamador Lenore falls to number 5. Castro Fields is either going to get cut or he's going to go to the practice squad. Then Darquez Denard will be 6, and Verrett will be in the practice squad. I think Verrett, I don't think they want to let him go, but I think in worst case scenario, if that's how I think we're going to keep 7.
I think we're safe to let Verrett go because he's such an injury risk, and I don't think another team's going to pick him up.
Yeah, but I think Darquez Denard is the odd man out, even though the coaches really like him and he's learning the playbook really well. I think Castro Fields is going to get cut, and I think they're going to put Verrett as the practice squad player, and I think they're going to keep Denard as right behind Diamador Lenore.
And we know who our special teams are, kickers are.
Yeah, the kickers.
They gonna stay.
Yeah, but the majority of the special teams are going to be like the players that just are depth pieces that will just. So, yeah. Yep.
And they look like they gonna let Mitch only deal with punts, not punts and kickoff
Yeah.
this year. They're gonna let let's see. The kickers are solid like Brian Cup. Yeah, they're gonna let go handle the kickoffs and field goals and Mitch handle punts
Mm-hmm.
and snaps. Hold the ball for Robbie. Go.
Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, Trey is QB1.
Mm-hmm.
Sudfeld will be the number 3 or practice squad because Cal keeps 3 quarterbacks no matter what.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, after what he did yesterday, the way his footwork, the way he maneuvered during the pass rush when the pocket broke down, you look at all the little things, and a lot of people just say, "Oh, it's no." The little things really matter, and Brock Purdy showed that. You look at the bottom tier quarterbacks of the NFL, he's better than the bottom tier quarterbacks, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did we release or let go that fullback we had?
Hawkins?
Yeah.
Nah, he was playing last night.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Oh no, the fullback's kind of a dying position in the league.
Yeah.
Well, depending if we continue to produce coaches in the NFL, because the Jets are using the fullback, not the Falcons,
Dolphins.
the Packers, the Rams are using fullbacks. The Patriots, they use a fullback. The Ravens use a fullback because of the scheme that they run. And there's one more team I am forgetting.
Dolphins.
Oh, and the Dolphins.
Oh, there is.
Let me see. Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think I think if we release Brock Purdy, he might get picked up as by another team that is looking at their options, like the Texans. So I would rather let go of Nate Sudfeld. Man, I just wish, honestly, when is the league gonna realize that a team needs like 55, 56 players on the active roster? I mean,
just 5 years. Just 5 years ago, it was 52, and then they added 53. But it comes down to the players' union, and the current players' union is a piece of garbage. Look what they did: 17 NFL games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we should they should allow a little bit more players, since they made more games to play.
Well, the reason they did that was revenue, because now the league revenue goes up, so the money that's going to be paid that the players get, their percentage is also going to get bigger. But at the same time, I thought 16 games was fine. I didn't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brian said.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John Jay. Go ahead, John Jay. You go finish what you were gonna say. Sorry to interrupt you. Well, Brian Cook said I would rather put Nate Sudfeld on the practice squad.
Yep.
Me too. Even though some people see Nate Sudfeld had a better game still. than Purdy. I disagree. I think Purdy had a better game. He looked good on that ball.
Yep.
So, probably won't see Trey Lance in the Vikings game. He only gonna be in practice, scrimmage games. So we probably won't see Trey Lance next week.
Yeah.
It'll probably just be Nate Sudfeld and Purdy.
Well, that thing worries me because Kyle is like, he only has 12 plays for Lance, 2 drives, and then he's not going to play. So are you going to overwork him in the preseason? And you don't want to do that. I think he should just give him 2 or just even one possession. And then and then in the third game, he should play the first half. Because the logic of Shanahan, I'm sorry, but he needs the reps.
Yeah.
Well, I like how much of a leap he made last year. You know, from the first start against the Cardinals to the second start against the Texans. I mean, that was a pretty big leap he took. And I mean, well, the Texans, everyone's like, oh, they're trash. He played against a trash team. Okay, the Texans were playing their best football of the season at that point. So, I mean, you know, any NFL team can beat any NFL team any given Sunday. We all know that. But the Texans were actually playing their best football right there. And I can't say that they were trash at that point. But, I mean, when it comes to talent, they are deprived. So
I wonder if I'm right now, they just put on the Broncos and the Cowboys game. I wonder if
ooh. You're about to hear my TV screen power on.
I wonder if
Power on.
I wonder if what's the name gonna play?
3-0 TV 35.
No.
The hell was that?
All the way down. There we go.
Quarterback is
Searching. So I'm gonna actually see if we have it. See if I actually have that. I doubt it. Oh yeah, look, I do. There's 2 games going. Oh, it's the Cowboys and the Broncos. This is. Who wants to watch this?
YTC.
Oh, I know he's streaming it right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see.
It's the Rams at the Chargers. That's tonight too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Rams at the Chargers. They play at the same stadium.
That is sad.
I think that is sad. An NFL
Who's
team, how
home?
much money they make, they should be able to afford their own stadium.
How do they?
The Rams and Chargers are sharing. I guess sharing is caring, huh?
Yeah. How they rate who's home? Who's the home team? Who's the away team? When you play in the same stadium.
I'm gonna watch that one just to see if more Chargers fans show up than Rams fans. I'll laugh. That would be hilarious.
I guess that's sad.
So far, it's goose eggs both ways, and the Broncos' first team offense couldn't do a thing. 4th and 14.
Yeah, forget the Broncos and the Cowboys.
Exactly.
Look at Russell Wilson. He ain't gonna play.
He's just chilling on the sideline. He does look good in that uniform. That's not a Seahawk uniform, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess.
But yeah, so when it comes down to it, the one thing, the big moves I like that were made this offseason, the coaching staff. So, all the guys that were like, oh, we should just keep Jimmy G. All of them are gone. I mean, they are not in the building anymore. And there's a reason Shanahan did that, because he knew that these guys aren't going to put their hearts and soul into Trey Lance. They're going to, think that they're going to fight for Jimmy G, and I don't need that. So,
yep. I'm just now. I don't want to jinx us. I have a quick question.
What's up?
I don't want. It's hard for me to think this way, crazy way, but what if Jimmy's on the team still? He haven't got traded yet, and Trey Lance go down with an injury. What do you think we'll do? Still trade Jimmy G? Or keep him?
Corey, that's a good question. I mean, I honestly think it depends on the severity of the injury. I'm gonna hit a disclaimer here. But I mean, so far Trey Lance has been sliding. He's not, not going to take the hits that he was taking last year, which is good. And he's not a statue in the pocket, so he's not going to be getting hit by many linemen. So I honestly think if he gets a stinger or something small, no. You know what? Either way, I think Jimmy's getting jettisoned. Because I mean, he's already said bye, and I have one thing to say to Jimmy: don't let the door hit you, or the good Lord split you.
That's a good one. Like that is a really good question, because let's say Jimmy's out the door, he's gone. Wherever he goes, he's done. Week 1 happens against the Bears. And I know if we lose against the Bears, our little idiot friend, the Butters, is going to have a field day with us.
Mm-hmm.
But say week 1, something happens, and we have to rely on Brock Purdy and Nate Sudfeld. That's the worst case scenario for us. Because once Jimmy is gone, there is no safety blanket. There is no safety blanket. So that's another thing that we also have to hope that Trey never had any injury concerns, and can he keep his body healthy? Because once he's quarterback number 1 and Brock Purdy and Sudfeld are right behind him, Brock Purdy has not played an NFL game. Nate Sudfeld has played in 12 games, mostly has backups, but he's never played as a starting quarterback in the NFL. So as Nate Sudfeld is the only quarterback with 12 games played, not starts, it's a very scary situation. I'm not wishing anything bad to happen on Trey because I don't want him to get hurt. So,
yeah, I thought about that,
mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know. I don't think I should ask this question. I might be jinxing Trey Lance.
So
talking about it.
But at the end of the day, no. Even I do not want Jimmy on the roster because of that contract. So it's Trey's team. Worst case, Sudfeld. But that's just the facts.
I agree.
Crazy juice. The Giants and the Jets does share the stadium as well.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, there's sharing is caring, buddy. It's kind of weird. It's like, so what? There's no space, or LA can't afford to build 2 stadiums. I mean, what's going on there? But
they got
I mean, the city of New York, that's a pretty big city, but where are you going to put another stadium?
Like
they got Anaheim stadiums there.
Yeah, but Anaheim is a county. It's different. It's like San Francisco. San Francisco, it's its own county. So the Bay Area is the Bay Area county, but San Francisco is a standalone city. That's what makes it different from the Bay Area. Oakland is a city, but it's not it's part of a county. San Jose is a city, but they're also a county. So it's confusing. LA is a huge area, but LA County is, and Anaheim is technically not LA, but they're in the county. So it's very confusing. That's the thing about California, because we have so many cities and towns. We all are associated with somebody.
San Diego fans, man, went out down there. They was
San Diego is its own thing.
Yeah, they was. When I went down there,
yeah,
last week or week before, it was like, cause I had my Bosa jersey on. It was like, man, you 49er coming out here in San Diego. Then I said, well, San Diego don't have no team now.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow,
he was mad.
All right, update on a game. Staring at a garbage can would be more exciting.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, Corey Davis, it was great having on, but I got to do something at the moment. David, I'll probably see you later on YTC stream, but I got to go.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here pretty soon too. I got to get ready, see if I can eat some dinner and hold that in.
All right. Later, John Jay.
Thank you, John Jay. Oh, man,
No, he heard you.
So, yeah. David, thank you for coming on.
Oh, anytime, buddy. Yeah, if it wasn't for that surprise rainstorm and me having to drive my Jeep out, I would have been here on time. But it said 10% chance of rain, and next thing I know, it's raining over my Jeep with no top and doors. So I got to remember, if it's over 8%, I am running out there with my cover and throwing it on.
LA wanted the Raiders back in the league and wouldn't let them do it. Yep. Great call.
Were the Chargers already in LA when the Raiders moved to Vegas?
Well, the Raiders
I'm not sure when that happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't remember if the Raiders was already in Vegas when the Chargers.
Let me see. I'm just gonna Google this real quick. Okay.
Thank you, Brian Cup. Thank you. Great show.
All right, so the Chargers moved in 2017. Faders. Oh no, I need to spell it right. Raiders.
Okay,
it doesn't say.
Love you.
When did?
Oh, that's me. I'm talking to my niece. I'm sorry.
Okay, they both happened in 2017.
Okay.
So, I mean, why the league probably already approved the Chargers or something like that, right? All right, buddy.
All right, thanks for coming on.
No problem, man. You guys, you have a good night. Everybody in the chat and watching the show, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Brian Cup, for coming on too. He came on earlier. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, that's just crazy that they both happened in the same year. But I bet the Chargers put in their papers first, something like that, you know. All right, buddy. You
All
have a
right.
good night.
You too.